Alright, so boom, I got you to click the video. Great. Listen, ZZZ content kind of slow right now. We're in the middle of a patch. Not much is going on. Things are a bit dry. There hasn't been no news recently. So I just wanted to hop on here and make a video about the support meta in the game. The reason being is because I've been hearing a lot of people in the community yapping about how Astra Yao is going to be a must pull. And if you don't pull her, your account will be kind of doo-doo because you won't have the best support in the game. And I ain't really here to tell you if she's a must pull or not. To be honest, that's on y'all. I'm more of a, if I like the character, I'm gonna pull on them, and if I don't, then it's a skip kind of person. Content is just too easy in the game to be stressing about what's a must pull or not. So really, I'm just kind of here to guide you to help you better understand what kind of gacha game you're playing and to know if you really need Astra Yao or if you should save for another character. This video is 100% leak free, so don't worry. And I'm sure some of you are wondering how I'm going to make this video without talking about any leaks. Y'all are just going to have to stick around and find out for yourself. For those of you that are new here, my name's Smaxen. I make discussion-based videos that brings the community together and helps ignite some conversations within the community. If that's something that you enjoy, make sure to hit the sub button and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss out on any future videos. Feel free to join the Discord, links pinned in the comment section down below. We have almost 150 members growing day by day. And if we can set up a 5 sub goal for this video, it would be greatly appreciated. That's enough free promo. Let's get into this. So I've played a ton of gacha games. And like I've said in the previous video, it's a disease and there ain't no cure for it. Honkai Impact 3rd brought me down a rabbit hole that there really ain't coming back from. But from my experience of plenty different gacha games, ranging from turn-based to arena RPG gachas to open world gachas, I've come up with a sort of rule of thumb. Something that I always stick by when it comes to majority of gacha games. And the rule is DPS over supports 9 out of 10 times. Meaning I'll always make sure to prioritize DPS units over supports. In most gacha games, what's there to support if there's no DPS to help clear the content? Now, this really all depends on the game. I play gacha games where it's the total opposite, where supports over DPS any day of the week. Some of the older folks in the gacha community may have heard of a game called Fate Grand Order, a game where even if you have one of the best DPSs in the game, if you don't have a solid support to help bring the damage to the next level, good luck clearing any events, let alone story. Supports are totally busted and can bring even any low 3-star or 4-star to output the damage of some supported 5 stars. Supports is what carries the meta in Fate Grand Order. This is an example of a game that's one-off and that I would actually prioritize supports over DPS. I'd even like to say to a certain extent Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact's 5-star or even 4-star supports can take any old DPS and have them do really big numbers. Now, keep in mind this is coming from a person who quit Genshin during 2.0 of the game, but back then, all you needed was a Bennett or Xingqiu and slap on a Kazuha or Zhongli and grab a DPS and you're good to go. But if you also look at Wuthering Waves, that's not the case. You need solid DPSs to help get you through the game's content. Wuthering Waves supports heavily rely on supporting characters that do damage out the gate. Now, I can get into a bunch of more gacha games that you've probably never heard of to give you more examples, but I'm sure you get the point. Each gacha game has different rules to play by, depending on the game and how it plays. So, after taking all of this in, where am I getting at with this? How does this relate to Zenless Zone Zero? In Zenless Zone Zero, I'd like to say most of the content is pretty easy, especially now after obtaining Miyabi. With even an average built Miyabi with half-built supports, you can clear all the content in this game pretty easily. For most Shiyu defense runs on one half, I ran Miyabi and Tsukaku alone. The game is really easy pending on if you put the time in to build your characters. In this game, we have some really good supports that you can get quite easily. Nicole, who's really good for defensive shred, who's versatile with damn near every single team. Marina, who focuses on providing her and her team pen ratio, who's also very versatile and can go on any single team. Sokaku, who gives universal attack buffs, can freeze enemies, and provides extra ice damage to ice agents. Lucy, who gives out team-wide attack buffs and is versatile on also plenty of different teams. These 4 characters, depending on if the meta somehow drastically changes within the next patch, which is very unlikely, those 4 agents is honestly all you need to succeed in this game. They've made the 4-star and the standard 5-star support so good that you don't really need to go out there and ball for limited S rank supports. And virtually all those characters you can get for free eventually the longer that you play. Depending on where your account is, especially if there's reruns next patch, you might want to take a look at your damage dealers and see if there's any gaps you need to fill out. Me personally, I'd want to have 1 damage dealer for each element. So if Zhu Yuan reruns next patch, I might focus on getting her and Evelyn, as I don't have a main DPS for either of those elements. That'll make my life easier when certain elements have weaknesses in Shiyu defense. Now, I'm not saying Astra Yao won't be good. I'm sure she'll be really good and helpful all around to use, but I can only imagine she helps out a team enough to maybe cut down the time by a handful of seconds. I don't know, this game heavily relies on having good DPS to clear endgame content. I can't imagine Astra Yao coming out completely broken where everyone and their mamas need to go ball out for her and she's a must pull. Especially after Miyabi coming out. I don't think they'll do that. I feel like she'd be advertised way more if that was the case. I feel like Astra Yao will be a solid support character like Caesar, but there's no need to really ball out for her. I always preach this for these kinds of games, but please don't be a meta slave. This game isn't like Honkai Star Rail where you need 50 characters to make one character work. If you like a character and you want them, go and get them. Don't become a meta slave, because frankly, this game doesn't warrant that kind of behavior just yet. Don't go up and pick Astra Yao just because she'll be the best support in the game. If you don't follow personal likes over meta, at least analyze your account and see where you need to go from there. I really hope this game stays true to its nature. I don't want to see it get to the point where you need X, Y, and Z characters to make a certain character work, or to where if you don't pull a specific character in the patch, that'll be too hard to max out your endgame content. ZZZ is in such a good spot to where I can choose who I want to roll on without having to worry about if they're meta or not. If I see Zhu Yuan rerun in 1.5, I'ma most likely pull her. I won't even think twice about it. Even though power creep is a thing in this game, as we saw with Miyabi creeping Ellen Zhou can still perform and clear content at a high level. But like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm just here to give you guys my 2 cents on the support meta, and ultimately, at the end of the day, you do what's right for you and your account. Realistically, nobody is a must pull in this game. You can have really desirable characters that'll help your account tremendously like Miyabi, but realistically, you can still clear all the content in the game without her. Don't let the community bully you into pulling for a certain character because they'll be really good, because frankly, it's not worth the headache. But that's just my thoughts on the topic. I'll most likely be skipping Astra Yao and honing in on possibly any reruns if they come, and Evelyn in the second half of the patch. But let me know what you guys think about today's topic of discussion. Is Astra Yao really a must pull in Zenless Zone Zero? And do you disagree or agree with the DPS over supports in ZZZ? I'm always curious to hear what you, the community, think. If you're new here and enjoy ZZZ discussion based videos, make sure to hit the sub button and turn the notification bell on to make sure you don't miss out on any future videos. If you like this video, I'm more than confident you'll like either one of these videos on screen. On the left, we talk about the only character that I'm looking forward to coming in Zenless Zone Zero, and on the right, we talk about how ZZZ is already introducing 2.0 agents into the game. That's all I got today for you freaky frogs. I hope you all take care, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace, peace.